Are you thinking about homeschooling but feeling overwhelmed? Or maybe you just don't know where to begin? In this video, I'm going to go through a few steps that will help you get started. Hi, I'm Julia. I'm a homeschooling mom to 3. I have a 7-year-old girl who's in 1st grade this year, a 4-year-old, almost 5-year-old boy who is in pre-K, and this little munchkin is 7 months now, right? I've considered myself a homeschooler since I've been doing preschool with my daughter, my oldest, but we've been officially homeschooling and reporting to the state for about 1.5 years now. If you're anything like me, you want to just dive into the curriculum and find out all the things, and I'm just going to encourage you to pause for a minute and let's walk through a couple steps before we get to the curriculum. The first thing you should do is ask why. Why are you homeschooling? Or why are you thinking about homeschooling? The answer to why is going to be different for everybody. Maybe your child was having difficulty in school for some reason, you have to pull them out. Maybe you have a baby and it's something that you just thought of. Maybe you were homeschooled yourself. And there doesn't just need to be one reason why, but just think about it for a minute and write down why you want to homeschool. This will later inform how you homeschool, as well as it will be a motivation for you on days when it gets a little tough. So after you've asked your why and thought about it and hopefully written it down, then step 2 is to envision your homeschool. What do you picture your child doing throughout the day? Are you very hands-on? Are you going to be playing in nature? Are you just going to be reading good books? Are you going to be doing traditional school subjects? If you're not sure what is even possible or what you want in homeschool, this is a great time to go look at what some other homeschoolers are doing. Now, don't be intimidated and know that not everybody can do everything, but look at them and see what do you like and what might you want to take from that. And then just envision what a day or a week or a season would look like for you doing that. So this is really big picture. I'm not saying choose a method at this point. That's going to come in a little bit. Are you thinking that you're going to be sitting at the kitchen table or at a desk in a schoolroom? Are you thinking that you're going to be out on field trips? Are you thinking that you're just going to be relaxing and just doing life? So this will also depend on the age of your children. If you have preschoolers, that's going to look much different than if you have high schoolers. So picturing your day and envisioning what your school might look like will help you kind of narrow down to what type of homeschooler you are. Now, I say type purposely with quotation marks because every homeschooler is different than any other homeschooler, and you don't have to fall into one category. But that being said, my step 3 is to decide on a style or method that appeals to you. Now, you can always change later and you can combine methods. But if you're just getting started, it'll just make it a little bit simpler on you if you have an idea that you're more interested in classical or Charlotte Mason or Montessori, as these will inform decisions you make on curriculum and room setup and what age you start your child even on school subjects. And there are so many different styles out there. So if you've watched my channel at all, you know that I love Montessori, especially for the preschool years. And I also love Charlotte Mason, which I move into more in the elementary years. And I'm also influenced by Waldorf and unit studies. So you can really combine things once you get to know them. But this is a great time when you're just thinking about it to really research those methods and figure out what appeals to you and what you think will work well for your kids and your family. And there's a lot to these methods, so it's not something I'm going to sum up in this video, but you can go and look at some other videos and just Google search online, and I will come back to doing another video that goes more in depth in some of these methods that you can choose from. Okay, so you can stay in the steps of envisioning your homeschool and choosing a method for a while. Again, I decided I wanted to homeschool when my oldest was a baby. So I spent years researching and learning about different methods, and I decided I wanted to do Montessori, and so I learned as much as I could about that before we started. So in step 4, now you can start to think a little bit about curriculum. Now, I don't want you jumping into all the options yet. What I recommend instead is think, how do you want your curriculum to work for you? Are you the type of person who wants one curriculum that covers everything and you don't have to think about it, you just open and go? Are you a person who might want some curriculum like that and then maybe add in supplementations? Or are you a person who's going to want to put everything together yourself? So I would just, before you even jump in to look at what the options are, I would think about what you want and yeah. Yeah. I would think about what you want and what's going to work best for you before you start even looking, because then that will help you narrow down at the time. Now that you have an idea of what methods or styles appeal to you and whether you want your curriculum as an all-in-one or to piece it together yourself, it's time to finally look at curriculum. So this way you have an idea. Let's say that you're interested in Charlotte Mason and you would like everything put together for you. Check out Ambleside online or simply Charlotte Mason. Also, there's some secular option, I believe, Build Your Library, as well as Wildwood, on this Wildwood curriculum. I will link everything I'm mentioning below. Those are just for Charlotte Mason, the ones I know off the top of my head. I will do more in-depth resource videos for some of these methods as well. Or let's say you want to do Montessori, you're going to want to get your hands on some albums. If you decided that unschooling appeals to you, maybe you don't even need to look into curriculum. This is also the time to think about and decide whether you want religious curriculum or secular curriculum. There is a lot of religious curriculum out there, especially for Christian homeschoolers. I'm not sure if there's as much for Muslim or Jewish or other faiths. You'd have to look into it. Let me know if you know of some. There is more secular curriculum coming out as well. If you do decide that you want to piece together your own curriculum in some way, I will do a separate video on that. Possibly more than one, because it's too much to put into this video. But what I will say is that I like to decide what subjects I'm doing. Again, this can look different. Montessori subjects are going to be different than Charlotte Mason, which are going to be slightly different than classical. So I make a list of subjects I'm doing for each child and what we're doing together, and then decide subject by subject what we're going to be doing. I will also link my videos to my kindergarten and first grade Charlotte Mason curriculums that I created, as well as my Montessori preschool curriculums in this video, so you can take a look at what I've put together in the past. But look forward to another video on how I put stuff together. The final step I'm going to share in this video, which I believe is number 6, to find out what the homeschooling laws are in your state, check out HSLDA. They have information on all the laws in all the different states. Now, a lot of people put this step first. I don't, and here's why. I think that most methods can work for you in most states. You may have to tweak a little bit, and you may have to work on how you can record and show your child's work. But we are in Vermont, which is a state that has more requirements than most, I believe. And I know that there are plenty of unschoolers in this state who make it work. But that being said, some states require a certain number of days. Some only require that you just tell them you're homeschooling, whereas others, I believe New York State requires several check-ins during the year. It is legal in every state, so you just need to find out what those specific laws are. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this was helpful to you. If you liked it, please hit the thumbs up button below. It really helps me out and lets YouTube know that I'm making good videos. Also, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss new content that's coming out. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will talk to you later. Can you say bye? Say bye-bye.